Hi, welcome back to Shayna's Sweets and Savory Treats. I'm Shayna.
And I'm Andrew.
And today we're going to be making lemon blueberry scones with a lemon glaze. And before we get this video started, make sure you go down below, drop a like, and subscribe.
That's right.
So shall we get to it?
Yes. So I'll start grading the lemon while you go through the
Andrew's going to grade some lemon zest while I go through these ingredients. So first, what we have here, 6 tablespoons of just regular granulated sugar, half a cup of heavy cream, and I know you're hearing heavy cream and you're thinking, oh my gosh, but this is a good recipe. It's scones. You have to indulge a little bit. We have 2 cups of flour. We're using gluten-free flour because our mom's gluten-free, so we decided to make something that she can eat. But you can definitely use regular flour as well.
And it's the same recipe otherwise.
Same recipe. We have 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We have in here, you can see, 1 egg.
Huevo.
We have a bowl that we're going to be using to mix the wet ingredients. And then in this bowl, I'll bring it closer if you want, but I have 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt. We're using a little bit less than half a teaspoon of salt because this flour tends to be very salty, but if you're using regular all-purpose flour, then just use half a teaspoon of salt and you'll be good to go. I have a whisk, a spatula just in case, 2 graters, because Andrew's using 1 for the lemon right now, and he's actually zesting 1 full tablespoon of lemon zest, which is about 1 lemon. So
we also have a pastry cutter, also known as a potato masher to me, because you mash potatoes with it, but apparently it's for cutting pastries. And
we have a heaping cup of blueberries. It might be a little more, but we really like blueberries because they're in season here.
That's right, they're in season in Florida. So if you're going out picking blueberries or something like that, they're great for this recipe.
And we also want to give credit to this recipe. It's from Sally's Baking Addiction. We found it online. It looks delicious. We're going to put our own little twist on it when we bake it, but you should go check out their recipes. So let's get to it. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, in the freezer, we have 1 stick of butter, and it's really important that that butter is frozen, not just in the refrigerator, because we're going to actually grate it, which is why we have the second grater. And when we grate it and mix it into the dough, when we bake it, it's going to have like these really nice little pockets of butter that's just going to make it so delicious. So it needs to be frozen so that it stays like in these strands until it goes into the oven.
So we'll take that out in a bit once we're ready.
So first thing we need to do is mix all of our dry ingredients. So we're going to use this bowl, which Andrew's doing his lemon zest right now. How's that going?
We're lemon zest in it.
So we here have a sifter to sift our flour. If you don't have one, that's okay. It's not the most important thing. You can also use fine mesh sieve to sift it. But if you don't have any of those things, then you don't have to sift your flour. This is just an extra step. So I'm going to sift this flour. Do you want to hold it, Andrew? Yeah, that looks perfect. So it's 1 tablespoon. And if it's a little lemony, that's okay.
I think it'll be good.
It'll be delicious. I love lemon. You want to? Hi, we're back. Andrew just finished sifting the 2 cups of flour, and so now we're going to add the rest of the dry ingredients. Yes. We have our 6 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to add that in. And we have the baking powder and the salt. So now we're just going to give that a whisk together. There's also, don't forget, the lemon zest is in the bottom. So Andrew's going to mix that up till it just gets combined.
That good?
Yes, that looks great. Okay, so now here comes the crucial step, grating the frozen butter. So let's grab the butter out of the freezer. Do you want to do the honors of grating it?
No, you do it. I'm too scared.
Okay.
So for the end of this, we're chopping up the rest of the butter so that I don't hurt myself, because I probably would have.
If you're wondering where the rest of, like, where the bowl went, we actually put it in the fridge so that way the butter stays as cold as possible.
Also, we upgraded to a larger grater.
Because that was just a zester, what we were using before. So Andrew's just dumping that in the fridge. I'm just literally giving it a really rough chop, just so it's small. Cool. So now we need to use the pastry cutter. I'm just going to move that stuff out of the way. And basically, if you don't have a pastry cutter, that's okay. You can use 2 forks. You can use your fingers. We just want to go in here and work the mixture until it kind of makes a nice crumbly texture.
Pea size is what you're going for. Pretty small.
Now I'm going in with my hands.
In a separate bowl, the vanilla extract, heavy whipping cream, and the egg.
As Andrew said, the egg, the heavy cream, and the vanilla in this bowl. We put the mashed up butter mixture in, and when I take it out, I'll show you all what it looks like. So you all can see, it's pretty crumbly.
It looks kind of just like flour.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be
with
doughy
some chunks of butter in
It's
it.
not going to be doughy yet.
So we're going to add this in, drizzle it over the top.
So not just a big pour, I'll try my best. And the good thing about scones is you can substitute blueberries for other types of berries too. So you could do raspberries, strawberries if you wanted to.
So now, let me show you all what it's looking like right now. I don't even have it mixed together all the way because we're also going to turn it out onto the work surface. But it's just becoming a nice little mixture. Andrew's going to add in those blueberries. So we're going to get this together. And we're back. We've worked this in. So I'm just going to cut it. Okay, 16 pieces. Now, we put it on our plate. We're going to put it in the fridge. It's been about 10-15 minutes. My oven preheated to 400. I just have like a baking sheet here, and I put some parchment paper on it. A really good, helpful trick for you all. When you're using parchment paper, whenever you're done, you can always save it and use it in the future several more times. All right, so we just put all this stuff on the pan. A little crowded, but we made use of all this space. In my bowl that I had just had for heavy cream, we're just going to pour a little bit in there. Take the heavy cream and brush it on the scones. Just for some extra deliciousness. You could put some coarse sugar on it as well. Give it an extra little crunch. That's how you do it. Just a little sprinkling. So these scones are going to go in the oven, which is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 22 to 25 minutes until they're golden brown. Hi, so we just put the scones in the oven, and now we're going to make the lemon icing, and Andrew's actually going to make some apricot preserves.
Some apricot great glaze.
So what we have here in the bowl is 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. Andrew is going to squeeze. Just use a fork to stir it up.
This is a sweet lemon.
So we've used about 3/4 of the lemon, the juice.
So we have some apricot preserve, like a saucepan like this. Add some water, some preserves, and some sugar. That's it.
So it's going to be delicious. I want to show you all the consistency. So let's see if you can see. So pretty thin, but still thick enough. Once they come out of the oven, let them cool for 2, 3, 4, or 5 minutes, just a little bit. Then we're going to glaze them. Drizzle the glaze right on the top. So it's going to be absolutely delicious.
So just put this much in the bowl. We're heating it up, probably about halfway. I'm going to add some water in so that it's more liquidy.
Just heating that up, and once he does that, we're going to come back, get our nice hot scones out, and just show you all how to put it together. These just came out of the oven. They've been out for about 5 minutes. So they're still warm, but they're not piping hot so that we can't touch them. Now we're going to take one of our delicious looking scones and just drizzle the glaze on it. So I'm going to try and do like a zigzaggy pattern. Look at that. You can just see the glaze melting onto my hand.
Some of my glaze.
Andrew's going to put some of his glaze on.
So I made just sugar, apricot, and water, and then I put a little bit of lemon juice actually. So I'm trying.
Okay, we're going to try them.
I'll try my nutrients.
I'll try with the lemon glaze. 1, 2, cheers.
That's good. Not too sweet, but not too bready. It's really nice.
We really hope you all enjoyed this video. As before, make sure you leave a like and you subscribe. Comment what you want to see next.
Exactly. And then stay tuned for a new video for Star Wars themed savory treat tomorrow.
We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.